I saw this report that just came out. Mediaite's most influential in news media 2022. And I'm curious to know who you think ends up being in the top 5. So if you can pull this, I want to start off with number 75 and go work our way down, okay? Just go, okay, so if you can, right there. So Ben Smith, 75. He's the former CEO of Bloomberg Media. Taylor Lawrence in April uncovered a woman behind a popular, vehemently anti-LGBT Libs of TikTok Twitter account. Wow, she makes top 75. And then you got Ben Collins, Donnie Sullivan, which is NBC News, CNN. Chris Christie, got it. Kate Bolden at 71st. This is she had a show with CNN Plus, and then it was done with. Twitter video influencers, okay? They're putting that as a whole, everybody in one gamut. Then you got Josh Gerstein and Alexander Ward. Jessica Tarloff from Fox News. She's a co-host of The Five.
She's the Democrat in a.
You got it. Oliver Darcy is next. Then you go to Benjamin Hall. Then it's Andrew Ross Sorkin, who's
way
the
too
guy.
low. Way too low. He should be way up the.
I agree. He's the one that just interviewed. What do you call it? He interviewed SPF just a week ago.
Then you got crazy smart, very neutral, and what's he doing down there?
Then you got Dana Perino and Bill Hammer. Okay, so they were next. That's again America's Newsroom together on Fox from 9 to 11. Sarah Fisher from Mr. Beast and Charity to Snapchat, Trump, TikTok, U.S. Moves. Chris Wallace knew. Okay, that's her. Then you have Nicole Wallace, former White House communication director, turned to MSNBC anchor. Dylan Byers. His reporting on CNN and his parent company, Warner Brothers. Then you got Clay Travis from Outkick. Then you got Laura Coates and Allison Camarota is next. Then it's Ellie Honig. Then it's Savannah Guthrie, Aaron Burnett. Then you got Charles Barkley 55th, having inked a new contract with TNT in October that could pay him nearly $200 million over 10 years.
That's terrible.
Barkley now gets paid more money to talk about basketball than all but a handful to play basketball. By the way, he made more money being an announcer than he was playing basketball. Pretty wild when you think about that. Yeah, I'm happy for him. Kevin Poole, Keith Poole is 54th, and it's Andy McCarthy, new Fox legal analyst. And then you got Alex Wagner. Then you got Gail King, makes sense. Then you got Cecilia Vega. Chris Cuomo, 49, still on the list.
Chris Cuomo still on this list?
Yeah, by the way, he would have been much higher if this was when he was active.
Yep.
Martha McCallum.
Yeah.
Then you got Jim Acosta at 47th. Then you got Jonathan Swan.
John Swan is a beast.
Geraldo Rivera.
Geraldo still on the list.
Lawrence O'Donnell. Robin Roberts and Michael Strahan. Interesting. Jim Cramer, still on there. A lot of credibility this year with what he said about FTX.
Yep.
Steve Kornacki, Chris Hayes, Margaret Brennan, ABC's new chief Kim Godwin, and CBS News co-president Niraj Khemlani, and Wendy McMahon. Chuck Todd, 37. Joy Reid, 36.
Joy Reid is that high?
Oh,
pretty
God.
weird.
Joy Reid is that much above?
It's pretty weird, but she's on there, yeah.
Shit.
You got Shimon Prokupex is 35th. Harris Faulkner. Then you got Ari Melbner. Bill Maher, 32nd.
Bill Maher is at 30. That guy should be in the top 10. That's
I think he's top 20 at least.
Top 20.
Ari Emanuel and Jay Sores, 31st. Stephen A. Smith, 30th. Makes sense.
Nice.
Laura Ingraham, 29th. Chris Wallace, 28th. Rachel Maddow, 27th. Brett Baer, 26th. Jonathan Carl, 25th. Anderson Cooper, 24th. Charlemagne the God,
23. Wow.
23rd. That's good for him, man. 22nd.
Wow.
Megan Kelly, still on the list. 21st. Cara Swisher. 20th. Joe Rogan. I thought for sure Joe Rogan would have been higher than 20th.
How is Joe Rogan not in the top 10?
Very weird, but he's on the 20th. 19th.
He gets more ratings than CNN and Fox combined.
I don't know.
It's influential, and we get to decide what influence is.
So 19, Peter Ducey. 18, Rashida Jones, Caesar Conde, and Noah Oppenheim. 17th is The View. Everybody on The View. So Whoopi, Joy, Sunny, Sarah, Alyssa, and Anna. Then 16, you got Jesse Waters. 15, you got Don Lemon, Caitlin, and Poppy. Okay.
CNN Morning
14,
Show.
you got Steve Ducey. Ainsley Earhart.
That's Fox and Friends.
That's Fox and Friends, yeah. Then you got George Stephanopoulos, 13th place. 12, Jake Tapper. 11, Ben Shapiro.
Wow. Yeah. Ben Shapiro, number 11.
Says a lot about what they're doing. So 10th, Greg Gutfield. That's the one that's insane to be 10th place.
Wow.
Greg Gutfield, okay? That's top 10, by the way. 9, Maggie Haberman, New York Times correspondent. And then you got Lester Holt, Nora O'Donnell, and David Muir. That's from NBC's show. And then you got Matt Drudge from Drudge Report. Tom, it's interesting that he's 7th, by the way. Very intense. Sean Hannity, 6th. Joe Scarborough, Mika, and Willie, 5th. Tucker, 4th. Chris Licht and David Zaslav, CNN new CEO, 3rd. Elon Musk, 2nd.
Wow.
Elon, number 2 most influential. You buy Twitter, you're in. Right to the top of the list.
You would never get first place, but first place is Suzanne Scott. Rarely have we put someone at the top of the list who isn't a media star known to most of the country, but considered a strange hold that Fox News has over the media industry, and it's easy to say why Suzanne Scott, the CEO of Fox News, is the most influential person in all media. Fox News will end 2022 as the most watched network in all of cable news in both daytime, primetime viewers for the 7th consecutive year. In a year where viewership is down across the board, Fox News remains a rating juggernaut. Its audience often bigger than CNN and MSNBC combined.
Wow.
So there you go, Suzanne Scott. Good for you.
Congratulations.
Fast forward.
Yeah.
10 years. How much different does this look like? This list look like? Meaning, still at the top of the list are the Foxes, the CNNs, the MSNBCs. 10 years from now, how many are going to be podcasters, independent journalists,
No question about it.
people that are not typical legacy mainstream media? What do you think, PBD?
It's going to be
and where will you be on this list, sir?
Dramatically different of this list. This list is changing, and they're also realizing they have to change. Joe being at 20th spot, fine, but Joe's got to be much higher than that. Joe, you kidding me? In 2022, he's top 10, minimum to be in the top 10.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
But there's going to be more names being on that list as well.
So with all the craziness taking place, I believe future looks bright. If you believe future looks bright, get your latest Future Looks Bright hat of Valuetainment. It says Future Looks Bright here, Future Looks Bright here. We got them in white, we got them in black, we got them in red. Our black on black sold out. These are about to sell out. If you haven't ordered one yet, we had a person in Michigan, bought one, then he bought 3. Then when those 3 people weren't in the office, they had to order 58 of them because people wanted the Future Looks Bright hat, especially during times like this, because ain't nobody saying Future Looks Bright. To order your Future Looks Bright hat, click over here. And to watch the entire podcast, click here. Take care, everybody.